Hello, I'm stunningscrochet and welcome to my channel. So today, flower power granny squares. Okay, that's what I'm working on today. This is my original flower power square that I've been having just sitting in my room for a few months. I have made today two. It is also currently 8:40, 8:50 p.m. Bad timing of me, right? But that's okay because I decided to make a bag with the remainder yarn that I have. What did I do? I started making, I made a beanie like the chunky ones that I've been making for the market, and I decided I like these colors. I made it into a beanie and I have this much yarn left over. I started a fourth one and I have three more over here, right? I have enough yarn to complete two more in addition to the one I just started. So that will give me in total 6 squares, which I understand it's not enough to make the bag I wanted to make, but I have a big old bag of scrap yarn, like big, and I have to do something with it because it can't just live in my yarn room, right? No, it cannot. It shall not. And I've been coming up with some ideas on what I can make with all this scrap yarn, and the first thing that came in mind is a scrappy blanket, right? So I was like, okay, scrappy blanket. I've already done that before. Let me show you. Scrappy blanket made. I'll use it actually. But you know what I haven't made? One of those 6 days star blankets. Okay, I know it's been popular, I know it's been trending. I look at social media. Okay, I'm not old. I look at social media and I was like, well, I just don't know what type of colors I would like. But you know what? I'm gonna leave that up to you guys. I am going to pick out assortments of colors and have it on my Instagram story or as a post and do a poll. And I'm gonna have you guys decide for me. That's what I've thought about. So, and if I get enough reaction out of it, I will make 2. Who knows? Maybe. I probably will. So that's what I've been pondering. Now, circling back to the scrap yarn over here on my right. Sorry, I'm left-handed, so I have to like right, left, right, left. On my right side. Speaking of that scrap yarn, I want to find a yarn as similar to this green, okay? And either make 2 more squares like this, solid green, or nothing. That's it. That's my whole idea. Okay, I did not plan that out very well. I'm going to try, and if I can't, I will make do with what I have, because I'm gonna make this happen some way or another. It's either that or I just go and buy another skein, I guess, which I don't want to do that to get 2 squares. I don't want to buy a whole new skein for 2 squares. So I have about 30-ish minutes before I have to leave my home to go pick up my husband. from work. So I'm just going to relax. Too many chains. I'm just gonna sit here and work on these squares. I have 2 more squares to complete, and I will update you guys whenever I have these squares completed. So I'll be back. It is currently the next morning. It is approximately 11:30, and this is what I have. Okay, I'm making a fanny pack. Hear me out. I made the last square I was working on last night. I still have enough to make 1 more square, but I'm gonna have to take apart this one square, because I'm making a fanny pack, right? I already connected 4 to make this fanny pack, and I started single crochet row, which is not complete. I gotta make another single crochet row, which will serve as a little grasp thingy for the zipper when I attach it. Other than that, I need to make a strap. I can either buy a strap or just crochet one. So I'm gonna crochet one. I was looking through my yarn last night and I found this one, which is the closest to this one. Okay, this one's a little bit brighter, but in theory it's the same green. I'm not sure if I'm going to do something with this. Hopefully this scrap yarn, hopefully I can make the strap with just that yarn that I have. So, and this one. Right now, I gotta work with these ends. This is connected, these are ends. I'm gonna go ahead and just work 1 more single crochet row around the whole thing. And in the meanwhile, let's talk about what's gonna go with this. I already said I gotta crochet the strap. I gotta crochet the strap. But also I have a sewing machine, so I would like to sew in a lining inside of this. I'm just thinking, because usually the store I go to purchase lining is Walmart, because it's like literally 2 minutes from my house. So, and I'm most likely gonna go get a zipper over there as well. So I don't know if I want to do like a spring vibe lining, or just a plain color. I gotta see what they have and what interests me, because at the end of the day, this is a project that I will be using, and I'm gonna have to take the whole thing with me, because first of all, yes, I can measure the space between here and here, but I'd much rather take the project with me and measure the zipper right there and then, instead of guesstimating in inches, because I'm really bad at that. Clearly, I'm really bad at that. I started making this red little pouch, and it's just sitting over there on my table, and I haven't continued it because I didn't like how it turned out, so I'm gonna have to like redo that. It's like a makeup bag thing. I didn't like how it looks, so I'm gonna have to fix that at some point. Don't ask me when, because I don't know. In the meanwhile, I'm just gonna finish single crocheting, do this side, cut the yarn, and figure out a strap pattern. I'm most likely gonna go ahead with just single crochet longwise, and do like a thick strap, maybe 4 rows depending. We'll see what I got planned. We'll see what I can make. Alright, so this is how it's looking with the 2 rows of single crochets around. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and start on the strap. I don't know how long I'm gonna make it yet, but whenever I do my base chain, I work on stacked single crochets. So that's the first one. It just gives it extra support, in my opinion. So I'm gonna go ahead, do that. See, I'll do probably twice the length of this. See how it's looking. If I want it to be a little bit longer, I'll probably do 3 times the length of this right here. So I think that's a good length. So I'm gonna leave it as is because acrylic yarn does stretch out over time. I finished the strap. Okay, one side is green, one is white, a little bit of yellow. That's fine. I'm okay with it. So this is the inside. So this part will be on my chest, I guess. And then here's the end. I'm just gonna go ahead and hand sew it to right here because I need the space right here for sewing in the zipper in the lining. So this part's gonna be up here, which is gonna leave that little space. Okay. I like how it's turning out. So now let's just go take a little trip to Walmart and pick out some lining to go inside of it and a zipper. So let's go do that. This is the fabric I got for the inside. I grabbed a 14-inch white zipper. Of course, the thread I need for sewing. I got a little thingy to switch it out because these tend to be too small, and I just like how this one looks. I think it will go very well with the bag. So now we have this, and now we have to sew the parts together. So now I have it like this, both sides, and now we're just gonna go ahead and sew the edging together. It is complete now. And okay, so I had a hard time sewing up the lining because I sewed it, it wasn't working on the corners right here, on those corners. And then so I tried a different method. I'm like, okay, well, I'll just do it this way, but I accidentally was sewing the zipper in with the lining the wrong side. So I took all of that out. I had almost finished it, and then I went back and I fixed the zipper with the lining. Now when I open the bag, I can actually see the lining, what I was seeing was the inside of it, so this white color. And when I open my fanny, I want to see the design. That's the whole purpose of it. So, but yeah, now it's done. And the last thing I have to do is just switch this out right here. My children were in here earlier, so I need to figure out what they did with that. Here it is. Now, there we go. And that wasn't hard at all. I just clipped it out from there. Just clip that out. I think the lining is too long. All right. It is done. It does what it's meant to, and I'm happy for it. Now, I'm gonna go find the hat that's supposed to go with this. Well, I cannot find that beanie for the life of me, but I'm pretty sure I have a picture somewhere, so I'll just put that picture into the thumbnail, obviously with the new fanny pack. But thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please leave a like or a comment or both, and subscribe to the channel. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.